4 people have been injured after police opened fire at a man who was carrying a knife and ranting at officers during the busy lunchtime rush at Westfield Hornsby on Sydney's Upper North Shore, witnesses say. A New South Wales police spokeswoman confirmed officers arrived at the shopping centre about 11:50 a.m. on Thursday and tried to speak to a man who was armed with a knife. Following a confrontation, a number of shots were fired by police, the police spokeswoman said. As a consequence, 4 people have sustained various injuries and have been taken to hospital. Police could not confirm witness accounts that the man had lunged at police with a knife before officers opened fire on him. Witnesses claimed the man had been screaming and shouting at the officers before they shot him in the stomach. 2 women and an elderly man were also injured, witnesses said. Police later confirmed all of the victims were women, aged between 60 and 80. They are believed to have been bystanders and suffered gunshot wounds to their legs, possibly after bullets ricocheted. A New South Wales ambulance spokesman said paramedics were called to Florence Street just before midday on Thursday. 4 people were taken to Royal North Shore Hospital under police escort. It is believed 2 of the 3 bystanders, women aged 82 and 65, are in a stable condition in hospital. The Hornsby organic food market was being held outdoors at the shopping centre at the time of the shooting, and many shoppers were gathered around stalls that had been set up around the fountain. Footage posted on social media showed a person lying on the ground next to the shopping centre's fountain, as police stand around him with their weapons drawn. The shooting took place between the shopping centre's fountain and James Iam's Gelatissimo shop. In the minutes before the shooting, Mr. Iam called police after he saw a man walking around with a knife. He said the man was not wearing shoes and appeared to be affected by alcohol. He didn't look aggressive, he was slowly moving around, but it didn't look right, said Mr. Iam, who was just meters away from the man. He looked a little bit drunken. Didn't seem normal, and that's why I called the police, because he was holding a knife. Mr. Iam said the man was running around but not running away when confronted by the police, but he couldn't see clearly because he was hiding behind a market stall. I don't know whether he was trying to escape or being hostile, but he was running around, he said. He wasn't making much noise, he wasn't saying anything, it was really weird. Mr. Iam said he saw the officers fire 3 shots. There were some casualties. There were 2 shots, tried to shoot him in the first place, because he refused to drop the knife and became very hostile. They didn't get him, he said. Then they got him on the 3rd shot. Injured? I don't think he's been killed. Around the middle of his body, but he didn't look too critical. He said he saw 3 people injured, but police later confirmed that 4 people had been taken to hospital. Mr. Iam said among those injured were the offender, 1 woman and he believed 1 man. The lady was about 5 to 10 meters away from the guy holding the knife. The other person who went down, maybe 10 to 15 meters away from the guy, he said. Adam Stratton, a butcher whose shop is about 30 meters away from the shooting scene, told Channel 9 he heard 3 loud bangs before people started running into his shop and into the mall. He locked the shop's door, fearing a gunman may have been in the mall. When he went outside, he could see 4 people lying on the ground bleeding. It was just like, what the hell is going on? Mr. Stratton said. It's just chaos down here at the moment. I saw 4 people down with blood streaming out of them. He said one of those injured people was the alleged offender. Helen Wong, from the Fongan restaurant, said she could see bodies on the ground. Sylvia Phillip, who had a bakery stall at the markets, said the shooting was terrifying. I've got a young assistant here and I just said, get down, stay here, Ms. Phillip said. Within minutes police pulled up and 3 officers, 2 men and 1 woman, just ran up there towards the clock tower. The first thing I heard was the shots. It was very disturbing, terrifying. Police said a critical incident team would now investigate the circumstances surrounding the incident. At this stage it is not known what has caused the confrontation, police said in a statement. That investigation will be subject to independent review. No further details are available at this time, however police are calling for witnesses to come forward. Police are not looking for any other offenders. Westfield Hornsby confirmed it was still trading after the shooting. For now the centre is still trading, however police have cordoned off the incident area. We will provide updates as we receive additional information, the centre said. Thursday's shooting comes less than 3 months after a fatal stabbing at a restaurant at the same shopping centre. At the time, terrified diners told how a man walked into a restaurant and stabbed a man to death and wounded a woman, before calmly walking outside covered in the couple's blood.